Hey, welcome back to more Standard on Arena with me, Autumn, aka Rainy the Witch. I'm going to be playing more Esper today. Esper Pixie, one of the tier 1 decks in Standard right now. One of the very, very best decks you can play. All about bouncing your stuff and replaying it out over and over to great effect. So we have Nurturing Pixie, Fear of Isolation, Tanic Big Enough to an extent, Kaito, return things to our hand. And that lets us replay our Hopeless Nightmares, our Stormchaser talents, our Nowhere to Runs. Overlord of the Balemurks, a card we're currently trying out that I've been pretty impressed with in the right matchups. And new cards like Momentum Breaker and Grim Bauble are great to bounce as well. In the sideboard, we're trying out Spell Pierce. It's been really impressive as a great way to fight sweepers and some of the slower decks. Really helps out in some of this deck's toughest matchups. Been impressed with this deck. Let's get in some games. I feel like if you remove either, that ends up being bad. I'm gonna keep this. Putting back Pixie is sad because it's so sick to bounce Pixie with Kaito. But I kind of just want to keep the cards we can actually cast. Ooh, Mountain. Goodbye, Otter. Them killing the Otter's sad if they do that. They are not killing the Otter. Interesting. What I said, blue-black bounce is bad. Blue-black bounce is really good, I think. But I think it's worse than Esper. Just because Esper's ceiling is like kind of messed up. Horde Master, okay. Interesting, interesting. They're really holding open this Firebrand, huh? I guess they get to draw a card now. A little annoying. Oh, if I untap and Hopeless Nightmare, I get a Prowess trigger. Oh, I just do that, right? Yeah, they get completely blown out by Nowhere to Run, so true. They might just not crack the Firebrand is the problem. Indeed, they did not. I have to kill this Horde Master at some point. Maybe I just swing and kill the Horde Master now. Before they can like sack this Firebrand and draw a card off of it. They still get to draw a card off this, annoyingly, but... Ooh, this card's real spooky. House Squad heavy. Yeah. They kill my 1/1 as well. This makes my Kaito kind of irrelevant, right? Oh, untap White Source would have been so good. We get to Pixie, the Nowhere to Run, kill the heavy, and I'd be feeling okay. Instead, we are in danger. Goblins are actually real. The Goblins deck seems pretty cool. I worry that it just loses to the white sweeper piles, but maybe it's just fine against them. I don't know. A lot of pressure. Please no Krenko. Do they actually play Krenko? Also, hi Cambo. Good to see you. White sweeper piles like Zur and Caretakers. Like, I assume Goblins really struggles against Caretakers, right? Oh no, this is horrific. They get to make their heavy a 3/4. That's so bad for me. Good lord. Yeah, it goes nutty with Howl Squad. That makes sense. Krenko in Standard is kind of like conceptually wild though. Kind of sick, honestly. I'm gonna bounce this Nowhere to Run. They're gonna make their heavy a 3/4 and I'm gonna scream. I believe is what happens here. Oh, apparently not. I'm gonna hold this Hopeless Nightmare. It draws a card of Kaito later. It also can trigger enchantment thing later. It's good with town, ain't big enough later too. We can just chill on it. Oh, they're just not activating the Cauldron to beat the Snow to run. It's very rude. Indeed. Oh. Block a 1/1. Guess they can sack the Scamp to kill my Pixie now. Pretty sick. Oh my god, that card's so good. Alright, and this card is apparently so unplayable against them. Common Memento Break and L. Yeah, they missed out on a bunch of counters on the heavy. They did. Not that it's really gonna matter here. The Cauldron's kind of cool in that deck. Probably helps the Oculus matchup too, having Graveyard Hate main. Wow, Heavy's not attacking. Wild. I wonder if I just had to kill Seer Splicer last turn and then like hope to draw something good. Anyway, post board, let's go. Get rid of these Kaitos. Shocking news. Bring in some Baubles, bring in an Anoint. Pest Controls, maybe? This card might be fine against them. In that case, I'd want to like maybe get rid of some Scavengers. But it could be fine. Yeah, Giggs' command's nice. Yeah, I agree. 100%. Maybe just take out both the Balemurks. Maybe trim a Hopeless. I don't know. Oh, Momentum Break is like stone cold garbage here, right? Very hard to actually line up on a critter. Okay, this is nice. We have the Bauble that we can bounce through. But I want to underground River on 1 so I can Bauble on 2. I guess I do. It costs me a life, but probably pretty reasonable. I can fire this off, answer the burnout. Okay, I can answer that Horde Master too. I could just exile it instead, so they don't get to draw a card. Getting my 2/3 down is nice. Bane lands upping their speed, yeah. Kind of ridiculous. I guess it's actually relevant here too, huh? Alright, they do get to potentially draw a card, but we're applying some good pressure. Burnout. There's another Horde Master. Do I just want to wait on 5th land for hardcast Balemurk? Or do I actually still want to impend it anyway? This is Menace, so I kind of want to hold back to block regardless, I guess. This is like a bit high variance going for this. We don't have that many targets left in our deck post-board in this matchup. Because this isn't a Kaito matchup when we trimmed some scavengers. Obviously hitting a Pixie would be really nice. Obvious mis-sequencing here. I'm giving them info before casting my Nightmare. It's just I was trying to like manage my rope whilst I figure out what I'm doing. Alright, am I attacking? If I don't attack, I'm giving up 5 damage to stop 1. It obviously matters quite a bit if they have specifically Seer Splicer in hand though. I guess the one that makes a 1/1 haste as well. I guess I'm not meant to attack, and I just have to feel really sad about that. Takes 3 to full turns. Yeah, but this enables Seer Splicer, right? They just start making more 1/1s. That could block my Otter anyway. Attacking all, nice. I guess I can't block the Menace if I want to block these. And this way I get the Geese Wrench out of play, which seems nice. I lose my 1/1, that's probably worth. I guess it takes away my double block. Yeah, I feel like their whole deck is stuff like this, no? I don't know. Scavenger off the top. It isn't terrible, but I think I really want to get back this Anoint this turn. It means they get to get in a very good hit, though. The Spooky. Activating Soulstone, okay. Well, this is gonna gain double strike now. Oh no, it gains double strike next turn, so we have a little bit more time. So I can go Anoint the Heavy. Play a 1/1. Threaten to double block, and then Overlord will get back the thing that gets killed. Oh no. That's actually really scary, right? Because they're getting max speed this turn. And then they become 3/1 double strikes, and they're both lethal. And they take 1 to cast this as well. Do I have to double block the Bastronaut instead? Feels pretty horrendous to do that. On like so many axes. Oh no, maybe I double block here, and then I could just get back Fear off my Overlord and bounce the Bauble. Yeah, if I impend. Yeah, I could impend Fear Bauble, yeah. I guess I can do that now anyway, because they decided to kill my 2/3. It's kind of sad to impend this. We lose some of our late game, but we've got some stuff going on at least. And we can go bounce this Bauble. Make a 3/4 that blocks their 3/3. Answer this Bastronaut. What do I think the top 3 decks will be at the Pro Tour? In terms of popularity, I think just Esper, Blue, Black, and Gruul probably. Just like the obvious good choices. That tends to be how Pro Tours are, honestly, nowadays. Like, sure, big teams will more like maybe discover other decks, but... Oh, Domain could be number 3, yeah. Domain might be more popular than Blue, Black. That's very possible. Domain's pretty nice. Well, we lose our Scavenger, but they lose their land. Then we can kill this Chandra. Root's gonna take it down. The dream. Blue black bounce. The playable one. Sorry, blue black mid range gamers, but you're playing the worst deck ever. Yeah, roots might be nice. Roots might be pretty nice. I agree. I could see that. What about Domain? No, Domain's strong. I just hate it. Domain's a really good deck. When gold garbage exists. True. You raise a good point. Yeah, blue black bounce is all the good parts and only a couple of the bad parts. Indeed. Hey, that's a good card. Bounce this for the deal 2. They go to 11, and then we probably kill them next turn pretty easily. Roots is sweet. I definitely believe there could be a really good Roots build out there. Right, game 3. Guess we're just running it. God, the Overlord was so good. I almost want to bring the second Overlord in. You need to rip, that's true. I thought people were all on rip up until recently. But Ghost Vacuum is better in Pixie sideboards, I think, in general. I think Gruul is slightly unfavored into the bounce decks, personally. But yeah, Gruul could be the best deck. Like, Bounce and Gruul have, like, pretty similar, like, overall matchup spreads, I guess. In terms of, like, how many good and bad matchups or whatever. Do I want this second Overlord? It's so good that game, but it feels hard to bring in. Maybe over a Hopeless Nightmare. We could do that. Honestly, I like that. Game 3. No removal spells and both Overlords, which are pretty slow here. Although obviously returning Pixie is nice. But I think on the draw, I have to mulligan this to look for removal. And this is a very nice hand. No pain lands either. Which you'd love to see. I'm just gonna trade here, right? I just want to get their goblins off the board. Which deck's the sleeper? I don't know. I'm not sure there are sleepers in standard at the moment, but maybe. Most of the decks, like, good decks seem pretty gnome. Obviously, some things could change one way or another. We will see, but I could just say go, I guess. Force them to commit to a thing before I know where to run. If they play the 2/3, I want to kill it and then untap and kill this. Black-White Talent. I love Black-White Talent. I think Black-White Talent in terms of power level is probably tier 2 though. My current attitude towards standard is that tier 1 is really well defined and the tier 2 is like actually gargantuan. There are so many good tier 2 decks. It's kind of absurd. But the tier 1 is really well defined. It's like kind of hard to, you know, get past them. Did I play Gruul? I did play Gruul at Worlds a few years ago. Or the Worlds equivalent, anyway. Farman and I registered Gruul. It was very sick. Yeah, very wide standard beyond the top 2 to 3 decks. Yeah, that's how I feel as well. Alright, do I want to Grim Bauble this? They haven't really been doing much. I could just do it. And then Pixie back my nowhere. Yeah, the Gruul Adventures list was a banger. That was a very good one. Oh, we get to recur Gix's command later in this game. It was basically a Fever Dream deck. We were both going a little bit crazy trying to figure out what was even playable. And then we somehow broke it. Oh, here comes the Sanctuary. Do I want to kill it? Kind of. I probably want to... I guess I want to, because it's a thing that doesn't get Gix's commanded. I could just wait for them to run more stuff into the Gixes instead. I feel like the Gixes is going to be good regardless. Maybe wait a turn on the Gixes this way if I want. Cool, we get to grow our Pixie and just make them sack this, I guess. It's pretty good. Hitting for 4 a time. Wow, this card's sick. Amonkhet Raceway. What a card. Alright, I would like to get back a Gix's command, please. Is this acceptable? Apparently so. Let's see. Pest Control better than Shepherd? Pest Control's way better in the mirror. Shepherd's obviously better against Goblins. If Goblins was a huge part of the meta, I'd be playing Shepherd. But Pest Control is like super messed up in the mirror. Like unbelievably comically messed up. So. It's basically the best conceivable card for the mirror. Interesting. Tier 1, 2, 3 in Hearthstone. In Hearthstone, as if people are playing tier 1 decks, there's not that many tier 2 decks, or as if people are doing tier 2 things, they're all tier 2. That's so different to how I conceive it in Magic. In Magic, the actual percentage amounts don't matter. It's just like how good. Well, they matter a bit, but like I feel like tiers in Magic are this weird cross section where you have, to an extent, how much player decks seeing, and to an extent, how good are they? Like, a deck can be like 15% of the meta and still not be tier 1 if it's not actually playable. But you know, if it's not good.